Hey guys, welcome back to my channel with readings by Circe with your girl Becky, coming at you with another day on this chakra challenge. Guys, I hope you guys are experiencing some wonderful healing. I hope that you guys are coming to some great revelations on your journey, realizations, what have you. We are on day 6. Can you guys believe that? My apologies for sticking my finger right up in your face. I'm trying to see if I can change the... Oh, that's too dark. Okay, that's better. See if I can change that so it'll focus a little bit better. Yeah, so today we are on day 6, guys. One more day, we will be already a quarter of the way done. And yeah, I'm just excited. I hope you guys are feeling it. I hope you guys are experiencing some wonderful things for sure. So today has kind of been here and there for me. I'm getting at you guys a little bit later than I normally would. It has been raining all day, which is why you see me all dressed up to the neck. I'm actually really cold today. I don't usually get cold here. So this is the first for me. And I was like, that's cool. I'll come at you guys the way I am. I'm not going to go and try and figure out what to wear and then freeze my petunias off while I'm trying to make this video for you guys, okay? So today is the third eye chakra, right? Day 6, third eye chakra. We are on a Thursday. So if you guys aren't here on a Thursday, then go find the video connected to the day that you're on, okay? And there's a reason for that. And today we're going to do our Nadi Shodhana just a little bit differently, okay? So instead of actually saying the seed sound for this chakra, we're going to do our Nadi Shodhana to activate our third eye. And that is something that I was trying to explain on day 1, but I was having a time. So you guys have been with me so far this week. If you haven't, that's fine. You can come here today. If today's Thursday for you, you are more than welcome to join us today. In fact, I highly encourage that you stick it out with this video. Okay? So Nadi Shodhana, we're going to do the Vishnu Mudra, and we exhale out the left, inhale, switch, exhale out the right, inhale, and keep going until we exhale out the right to stop. However, today I'm going to ask you guys to put your 2 fingers on your forehead. You're not going to be able to see my eyes, but I'm going to do this with you. Reason being is because the third eye is activated through pressure. I mean, I'm not saying like press so hard that it hurts, but putting some light pressure on there will help activate your third eye, okay? So take a deep breath with me. Let it out. Make some noise. Okay. Get silly with it, guys. There shouldn't be anybody around that really cares. If there is, then you shouldn't care, okay? That's just how it goes, alright? So today we're going to put our 2 fingers up here. We're going to plug our right nostril and exhale out the left. Inhale. Plug that side. Exhale out the right. Inhale. Let's do a couple of repetitions on our own, okay? Do one more round. Remember to finish on the right side exhaling. Okay, release that. Take a centering breath. And the only thing I'm going to ask you guys to do today is to come into prayer. Take a deep breath and say Om with me. Inhale to anchor. Okay. And I tricked you. No, I'm just joking, guys. Om is the seed sound for the Ajna chakra, which is the third eye chakra. I didn't want to chant it like we have been because there's something about connecting with Om as a one-time chant versus continuing to chant it, okay? Now, for the third eye, it is spelled differently than the crown chakra, right? So, which is A-U-M versus O-M. Now, Ajna means to command, right? It is connected with the color indigo, which I apologize. I do not own any indigo or dark blue stuff, like really dark blue. But if you guys have that, you can always connect with it by wearing that, okay? It is connected in the center of the forehead, which we just learned as we did our breathing. Your areas affected are the sinuses, the eyes, and your brain. Ooh, it's connected with the element of light. And it is connected with the sense, the sixth sense, or ESP, just kind of like internal knowing or psychic sense, things like that, okay? The gland that it's ruled by is the pineal gland. And with food, it comes down to anything that is really aesthetically pleasing. So if it looks good for you, this is actually activating your third eye. And anything that's mind-altering. Now, they're saying mind-altering substances. I do not encourage that by any means. However, if you guys are familiar with ayahuasca, that is something that would consider you getting connected with your third eye, okay? And that is something that is personal to each person. And if you are interested in taking it, then I recommend that you guys... hold on just a second. My apologies. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had something I had to take care of that was coming through. So, yeah, it's connected to, you know, ayahuasca is something that you really need to research if you guys are interested in that. So, I don't just recommend doing that on a whim. This is it's a retreat that you go on and you really connect with some inner wounds and they'll walk you through it. It's a shaman that will walk you through it. So, it's pretty intense, guys. I know there's a lot of people who get kind of obsessive about ayahuasca as well, so it's just something if you guys are interested in it. I'm not going to explain it to you. I would just rather you guys go and research that, okay? Your main focus with the third eye is ESP and clear perception, right? The basic need is to connect with your higher self. And our basic right is to perceive. We perceive the world around us, and that is our basic right here. Okay? Aligned to qualities with the third eye is when you're super intuitive, you have a lot of insight, you're equanimous, and that just means everything, you see everything as equal, right? Wise, perceptive, psychic, visionary, and fair. You're very balanced, you're very, you know, very much on neutral ground and see everything as is. Okay, your underactive signs are when you can't recall your dreams. And I know a lot of people like, I don't dream. Everybody dreams. When you go into REM, our brain is processing things, and so everybody dreams. But if you're not able to recall your dreams, that could be a sign that in your psychic eye or your third eye is in an underactive state. Lacks intuition. So when you're like, I don't have intuition, it's because it's underactive, right? Lacks self-trust. And that is a must. If you guys are following your intuition and really relying on your intuition, you must have self-trust, because you have to trust the insight that you receive from your higher self, okay? You have eye problems, sinus issues, or are overly prone to altitude sickness, okay? Again, I'm not here as a doctor to diagnose you guys. These are just if you deal with some of these situations and you've not found any way to cure them or any way to help them along, this could be a metaphysical way for you guys to reconnect with the healing abilities in your own bodies, okay? Each one at their own risk. If it's overactive, you might experience a lot of nightmares, hallucinations. You might have bipolar, a lot of migraines, dyslexia, eye or sinus problems, insomnia, or dizziness. Okay, so this is all in your head, right? Like the third eye is connected with our head and everything that's going on there. The best healing practices are going to be meditation, intuitive exercises, making vision boards, really working with your imagination, and lucid dream exercises, okay? And you can, if you guys are interested in searching that now, you can. Like I said, as we get further into this journey, I will be giving you guys healing practices that you can get into. And even if you guys don't want to delve further into some of these because you're like, well, that's a little bit too much, which I understand, what you guys do with the journalings, and if you guys choose to do the yoga and the meditations, you guys will receive the benefits of balancing out your chakras, okay? Now, ajna is related to our psychic gifts and the dream world, okay, which is connecting with the ether. Now, there is a lot of information out there on that, so I'm not going to get really into it. However, if you guys are like, whoa, I'm not here to get any psychic gifts, like that's not something I'm interested in, or if you're like super interested in that, just remember, this is about us stepping beyond our comfort zone, okay? I'm not asking you guys to go out there and become psychics overnight. I'm not asking you guys to put all your work into the Ajna Center so that you guys do become psychic if that's what you want. Today we're talking about balancing it out, and overall it's about you guys really connecting with your intuition, okay? Hold on just a second. I apologize. Okay, guys, my apologies. I was not expecting that. I have a situation with a family member going on right now, so I had to take care of that. So, that's all fixed. And yeah, we're going to get back to this. Yeah, so if you guys are really concerned about it, or it just kind of feels really way out of your comfort zone, just know that the actions that you take in balancing the chakra out, they're not going to make you have psychic gifts overnight. To develop psychic gifts or anything like that, it does take many, many years and practice to do so, okay? It's about opening up to them and being comfortable with them too. It's really hard for us to connect with our psychic energies if we're not comfortable with them. This is really just about reconnecting you with your intuition. Everybody has intuition. Everybody is capable of feeling that, and that is a part of you reaching and connecting with your higher self, okay? Now, the pineal gland is situated just a little bit slightly higher than the pituitary gland, and this is why it's often mistaken for the gland for the crown chakra, but it is not. This is actually the gland that is stimulated by the brow chakra or the ajna chakra, okay? This gland, it makes melatonin when it perceives light, the element that it is so conveniently related to. It also literally demonstrates a sixth sense by sensing light that shines not just on the eye, but anywhere on the whole body. It can literally see without eyes. And a fascinating fact, some of the lower vertebrates actually have a well-developed eye-like structure where the pineal gland is. And some scientists consider this to be the evolutionary forerunner of the modern eye. Oh, exciting. So just letting you guys know. Today isn't going to be super long or anything like that. It is pretty straightforward. I know I say that every time, but this one really is it's just that. It's very metaphysical, and it's just kind of explaining some of the situations and the symptoms that you might be experiencing with it. So let's go ahead and move on to the kinesiology test. If you guys are new, you just take 2 okay signs. We're going to put them together like this and ask these questions. If your fingers come apart, that means that it is a non-true statement. If they stay together, that means it's a true statement. Okay, so you want to start with your name. So my name is Becky. Okay, I'm able to keep them together. And then say something that's a lie. My skin color is purple, right? Okay, so we're going to start with this question. My ajna chakra is open and healthy. Okay, mine was overactive when I started, so to see it balance out, that is a wonderful thing. And I'm going to explain a little bit more about that. So if your fingers came apart, we want to know, is it overactive or is it underactive? So we're going to move on. My ajna chakra is underactive. Okay, so if yours stayed together, that means it's underactive. My ajna chakra is overactive. Okay, if it stayed together, then that means it is overactive. And make sure you guys record these results in your journal, because once we finish this challenge, we are going to check our energies and see if we've balanced out, okay? Because it's important. Look, I did this, and when I started, not all of my energy centers were balanced. In fact, I think I had 2 that were balanced, and the rest were just kind of like all over the place, all right? So, including my third eye. My third eye was very overactive, okay? So I want you guys to record that so that way then when we end, we'll have a new record of where we're at. And then hopefully you guys will have the tools you need to continue to balance the system and stay in a balanced state. Now, one thing that is interesting is if you guys have heard of the term empath, okay? And this is something that a lot of people, if you don't really get into the spiritual side of things, you might not know what that is. Or through psychology, you may have heard about empaths and narcissists. I'm not going to talk about narcissists today, but I do want to bring up empaths. One thing to keep in mind is if you're an empath, if you walk into a room and you can feel the energy in the room, that probably means you're an empath. And there are different levels of empaths, okay? So there are they vary. And again, that's something else for another time. But one thing I want to let you guys know, and this is why mine was very active, because I am an empath and I sense rooms, I can sense over electronics, I can sense, it's pretty intense, the amount of energy that I can sense at all given moments of the day. And it's something that I used as a protection for myself to delegate if I was walking into a bad such situation. And so empaths will have very overactive third eye chakras because of this ability to sense emotions. And it's a highly attuned skill that empaths use their entire lives from the time that they're children, from the time that they're a child until even this present moment. And the reason being is because of that. They don't want to walk into a situation that is potentially harmful or dangerous, okay? So if you're an empath, you most likely, if you're not balanced in the third eye, have an overactive third eye. And if you don't, that's okay. It just means you have tuned it out because that's too much. It's too much to handle all those emotions. So rather than tuning in, you tune out, okay? And that's okay. Again, it's very metaphysical. This is very much in the spiritual, the ether, the realms outside of our perception. Light, we perceive light, but it is something that we also don't perceive, okay? So let's see. I have the question for you guys, and I have a throat. I have a throat. Guys, I am all over the place. I really am sorry. Like, that call just kind of like baffled me right now. So anyways, everything's okay. Nothing's bad or anything like that. It was just a trip that it happened right at this moment. So I have a quote for you guys for the third eye chakra. It says, "A quiet mind is able to hear intuition over fear." Right? And so the ability to hear our intuition comes from quieting our minds. Before I get into the journaling question, I want you guys to know that today it is important once again to really meditate, because meditation is how we find stillness in our mind. We're trying to still the monkey mind, which is our thoughts going a million miles a minute, and us connecting and attaching to each one of those, right? So now, for your guys' question, and again, if you need to pause this to write it down, you are more than welcome to do so. So that way you have a record of it in your journal, and you can refer back into your journal when you're writing down your answer. Okay. And again, the journal questions will bring you guys some clarification, revelations along the way, as long as you put in the work. Now, the question is: do you feel connected to your intuition? Have you questioned that gut feeling before? Regardless of the answer, why? Why have you questioned it? Why have you not questioned it? Okay, so why? I also want you guys to check out, if you have some time, more than welcome to hit up that playlist on my channel for the 10-minute yoga for today's chakra. And also work with this affirmation: I trust my intuition. Okay, and when maybe I haven't been clear about working with the affirmations, if you guys aren't familiar with affirmations, or if that's something that's new to you, it's just repeating a statement over and over and over again. It's not to convince yourself it's true. It's to really understand where you're coming from. Like, how does this statement make you feel? Does it feel true, or are you resisting it? Does it feel like you're telling yourself a lie? And these are things that you can record in your journal as well. you know, for just extra. If you don't, just make a note of it, you know, like, I don't feel like this is true. Like, write it down, say, I don't feel this affirmation is true, or I do feel like I connect and this affirmation is true. Okay, that way then you guys can really see as we go along, and we'll work with something different each day. Like I said, this is something that I have all planned for you guys over the next month, and I'm really excited, and it is going to get even beyond this, just a general introduction of the chakras itself, okay? So today, I'm really glad it's not long. I hope you guys appreciated that it's not super long, and yeah, it's still intense, and we're about a quarter of the way through, so hang in there with me, guys. See yourselves finishing this, okay? See yourselves crossing the finish line and finishing this, and really honoring and committing to the 30 days to change yourself for yourself, because you do deserve it. Okay, if you guys are interested to check out, I will have a tarot reading for today's chakra. It will post at the same time as this video. If you guys are not, it's not required. That's just for those of you guys that are following my tarot journey, or if you guys are just into tarot, right? That's for you. Reminding you, it is a general reading, so it's connected with the whole collective and everybody that's taking this challenge, and then some. So don't take it personal if it doesn't resonate with you guys. It's not a personal reading, okay? Let's see, what else, guys? Oh, you're more than welcome to listen to frequencies with the third eye as well, okay? So I think that's it, guys, and just thank you for being patient with me and for being here and giving me your time. I'm so honored and excited to do this with you guys, and you know, this is my second time around doing this challenge, and it is already bringing a lot of clarity to me again. Like, I didn't know it was possible. So if you guys have done the challenge one time and you want to do it again, it will be here for you guys, and I am sure you guys will experience the same as I, another revelation as you're going on. So hang in there, guys. I know it's tough, especially the first week is really tough, and there's moments that you probably want to quit and you want to give up. Just keep showing up for at least the videos, so that way you guys get connected with the chakra, and do the journaling as much as possible, if every day. Okay, like, I know that's hard, but just, it will really make a difference in your life, okay? Perfect. I love you guys, and I'm gonna get on out of here, and I hope to see you on the tarot reading. If not, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.